Okay, here we are on a Sunday evening once again. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I did. So looking forward to next week. As usual, I will always start with this. Once a dealer, always a dealer. Just to repeat, some of you have heard it so many times that never mind, for some of the benefit of those who are here for the first time. I started my career as a dealer and I will always be a dealer, even though I switch jobs in between. So I started my career in 1983 at Bank of America as a trainee dealer. Then went on to Citibank as senior dealer in 1985, and thereafter assuming roles as treasury manager and SVP in HSBC Private Banking Division. In 2006, I left banking to be currency analyst and strategist with Informa Global Markets before semi-retiring in 2017. Informa Global Markets is a smaller version of Bloomberg or Reuters, okay? But we're pretty big in that sense. Now I'm an adjunct lecturer and as well as trainer for the Skill Futures. Hang on, guys. Fundamentals of Forex, trading, hedging, and risk management course. I was lecturer and trainer at the Institute of Banking and Finance and for many central banks, including central banks of Macau, Bank Negara Malaysia, Bank Indonesia, and BIA, and of course our very own MAS. And I always say that as training is my passion, I continue to trade for clients, for friends, and of course for myself. I was featured many times on Money Mind and also was panel speaker at the NUS Econometric Studies Unit as an FX expert some years ago. All right, I had a lot of fun at that time. So I enjoy talking. I enjoy speaking to everybody. Of course, my views are my views. So if you all have different views and you feel that you need to talk to me, you know, that how come my views and your views are different, I can always, I will leave my number later on. You can always personal, you know, private message me. We can chit chat, we can talk. I don't mind, okay? I mean, this is what I do. This is what I enjoy doing. I should be sitting down, you know, retiring, but this is something that I do and I like to do. And I charge very, very low fees for some of my things that I do. All right. And some people cannot believe it. Here, I will share with you later on. Okay. Now we come to the proper, what we're going to do. This coming week, last week, we had EVERGRANDE. All right. And because of EVERGRANDE, the risk aversion, all right, is likely to stay elevated. That means it's risky. It's going to stay quite high, all right, because of EVERGRANDE. And that caused the VIX. The VIX is like a volatility index. It's like a fear index, okay? It went up to above 20. And of course, the dollar was supported by surging US yields, all right? So all this, you know, towards the end of the week, gave the dollar what you call a lift, a prop. So dollar looks very strong at the end of the week. But please do not be deceived, okay? The EVERGRANDE default news not likely to go away so fast. So of course, it will keep the US dollar bulls in the hunt. Why in the hunt? Because whenever there is risk aversion, risky situation, the dollar being a safe haven will get some support. All right, but not very long, okay? I tell you, because why? The dollar has a lot of problems. The US has a lot of problems. So even though it does go up, it seems like it's going up. but its upside is very, very, very limited. All right, so don't get deceived. For some of you short-term traders, you can trade because you'll go in and out, so you know you're okay. But for those of you who are looking a little bit longer term, I see US dollars coming down, okay, quite a lot. I'll tell you why. Okay, the spike in the VIX to 20, okay, also suggests that the investors, market players, are quite fearful. All right, they're quite fearful that there's going to be problems. There's going to be what you call that, risk that is coming very soon. So therefore, for the time being, dollar remains supported. All right, and what is also supporting the dollar is a 10-year yield. All right, it went from like near low 120s to 145% on Friday. All right, but again, we have to be wary of that, and that it is very close to a near-term top. So any pullback in the 10-year yield will hit the dollar on the downside. And if you follow the DXY, which is called the dollar index, it is also near the top. Okay, the top is like 93.50, 93.70, and we are very near there. So to buy at this kind of level, I think it's a bit risky. Okay. Now, of course, the Fed started talking about tapering last Wednesday or last Thursday morning, when Jerome Powell, for whatever reason, you know, started saying, "Oh, tapering is going to come, and it's going to end sometime in the end of the first half of next year." So the market got very excited, went to buy the dollars initially, and then the next day they sold the dollars, and then of course the dollars went up again on Friday because of the risk aversion. Right now, I'm going to talk about this more and more. In fact, I'm going to give a course, not a course, a little talk, a little seminar, sometime in November, on what is going to likely happen, all right, next year. So I'm interested to see how committed the Fed is to tapering. Okay, I'm writing something, especially, okay, their high debt over GDP ratio is pretty scary. Okay, and the tapering will occur if and when the employment picture picks up drastically over the next 2-3 months. But my take is that anytime growth figures slow down, employment slows down, they will make a turn. All right, like in those who are in the army, you will know this term, ke belakang pusing. Yeah, you turn out and you go back. All right, so once there is suggestion that tapering is going to be delayed or tapering may not even happen, I tell you, this dollar will drop 5 to 10% very, very quickly. So those who are going to attend my course will see that, right? I will give you some numbers, some figures, whatever. The seminar is only like $150. It's probably a Zoom seminar, so it's quite safe. But paying $150 and hopefully can making much more than that, I think it's quite worth it, right? I brought it down because I want everybody to benefit. So any of you, you know, want to attend the seminar, please let me know later on. The date will be sometime November. I will set the date soon. Okay, another thing. This week, we have US consumer confidence, the report, along with the ISM manufacturing and the ISM services. And on the forecast, it is suggesting that employment so-called index, all right, on those two, the ISM manufacturing and services, will be lower. And if it does come out lower, and also the inflation component, also cools down, the dollar is going to come down quite a bit. Okay, and don't forget, folks, this is month end. Tomorrow is the 27th. 28 is Tuesday. By the time 28 comes, when you do a spot deal, it is 30th September, which is the month end. So sometimes month end can be bad for dollars. It can be good for dollars. But my gut feel is because the market is long of US dollars, they are still long. Investors, dealers, short-term dealers may want to take profit. Therefore, dollars may turn lower over the next 1, 2, or 3 days. All right, this is only my gut feel, okay? Because I look at how long or how short the dollar is. All right, and at the moment, it is pretty long. All right, the market is, the bias is more on the long side. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Normally I will ask questions, but if you don't have them, I can continue. But any questions? Because the next slide is on crypto, so maybe a bit different. All right. So if you have something on foreign exchange, you can ask now. Go on the chat or put on your mic and start talking. Okay. Don't worry about anybody seeing you. Nobody can see you. Okay. So you can start talking. No worries. Anyone? So your share is quite fun, you know. If I share alone, that is like my view only. All right. If you all have your other views, maybe I would like to listen to your other views as well. Anyone? Anyone? Nobody? No one? All very shy? Okay, no one, never mind. Later on you can ask. All right. When I finish the currency, the in focus, all right, you can ask as well. Okay, I seldom talk about cryptos. I tell you the truth because not that I'm not a fan of crypto, okay? Because I think crypto, it is an asset class by itself. That one we know. All right, it's an asset class. You can buy, sell crypto. But as an investment tool or as to keep crypto, okay, I think it's a bit madness now, okay? To me, personally. Some people say it's not mad. A lot of people make a lot of money on cryptos. Those people who make money on the cryptos are the early birds. Those who bought crypto when it was like $20, $30, $100, $200, okay, now, but that's over already. And crypto, there is a limit. After reaching that level, no more cryptos. The mining, China is banning minings all over the place. So how to go and mine crypto? So many cryptos around, so many Bitcoins, so many Ethereum. Okay, so eventually, my belief only, okay? Again, you're going to believe me. I think crypto will disappear. That means Bitcoin, all that will disappear. Something else will take over it. Something else that is probably regulated by the authorities. At the moment, China has no control. Federal Reserve has no control. ECB has no control. MAS has no control. So authorities really don't like this sort of thing. All right. You cannot just do and how to control the price. Of course, some of you who are economists will tell me supply and demand, which is true. That's why crypto go up, crypto go down. Because why? If crypto go down means there's too many supply. Crypto go up, too many demand. All right. Of course, Friday we got hit very badly because China says all cryptocurrency activities are illegal. So if you're in China and then you go and do crypto and they catch you, too bad. All right, you get caught, you get charged, thrown in jail, or I don't know what's going to happen. All right. So as far as China is concerned, that also includes overseas crypto exchanges providing services in China. So therefore, your overseas crypto exchange in UK, in US, all that, you cannot do that in China. They will not allow you to do that. It is considered illegal. So therefore, you have one part, the potential market, okay, is gone. Okay, your BTC, your Ethereum, they will slow down very hard towards 42K, 2.8K before stabilizing ahead of the Bitcoin because people take profit, people want to just run first. But believe me, I think when that come next week, they will sell it down again. All right. And of course, you know BTC, yeah? Bitcoin, when it breaks 40,000 this time around, it's going to go down again, much more. Okay. So I am looking for more losses next week. So therefore, in my mind, the path of least resistance, okay, both appears to be on the downside for both. Okay, so crypto in effect is you want to call it a speculative asset class. You buy, sell, take profit, buy, sell, take profit, buy, sell. But you cannot keep crypto. What value is crypto? Where does it get its value from? Other than the speculative buy, sell, demand, okay? Demand, supply. You cannot keep it like gold. Gold you keep, and 10 years, you go and buy, let's say you buy this year, 1,760. And then the fella goes down to 1,500. Yeah, you say die, all right? But you won't die. If you have the power to hold, just hold. Eventually, you know, gold will go up. But crypto, you buy, you keep, it goes down. One day, somebody does something to crypto, bang, it becomes zero. All right? There's no such thing as cannot, okay? Some people tell me, yeah, Victor, cannot lah. Crypto cannot go zero. Then I tell you, I always let them go and read about the bubbles and all that, okay, in the world. The tulip bubbles, the South Sea bubble, all right? You read about the bubbles, then you have an idea why I say sometimes there is a chance that crypto may go to zero, all right? So buying crypto and holding it is a bit crazy. I think you guys know. Those who trade cryptos know that crypto is just buy, sell, take profit and run. Okay? And for those of you who trade cryptos, please be very, very wary. Please be very, very careful because there are many, many scams in crypto. They'll tell you it's so easy to make money in crypto, to do this, to do that. But all these are scams. Okay? So be very, very wary of scams. Crypto scams coming out quite a bit. FX scams, of course, there are FX scams. So you have to be also very careful of the scams. I mean, I have nothing against my Malaysian counterparts. But for whatever reason, if some of you are Malaysians, be very careful because for whatever reason, I've done a few seminars in Malaysia, you know, and for whatever reason, Malaysians like to do like an MLM kind of foreign exchange, you know, all right? Oh, you get your friends coming, they put money, then you get to be introducing broker, blah, 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 all that. But eventually, your friends all will die, you know? Because in order to pay you, and those who are your upline, they have to take the money from somewhere. And where do they take the money from? From the friends you're going to introduce them. All right? And this is not BS, okay? This is real, friends. So be very, very careful. That's all I can say. I don't want to put down anybody, but I can tell you, after being in 37 years in foreign exchange, there are many of this kind of things happening. The best is you trade on your own, or for some, see, very, very difficult to trade on my own, no skill. You can do a following of somebody initially, small amount, or for some with more money, you can ask somebody to trade for you first. Somebody good, okay? I'm not saying that I'm good, okay? But I do trade for people. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not selling myself. But what I'm saying is, but you do not go into those scam things because they are very, very dangerous. Okay, I don't want to share so much because it's not nice for me to go and share, to put down, other people. So I was just going to tell you to be more aware, more careful. That's all. All right, folks. Okay, so that's cryptos. So be very careful. I probably will talk about gold on Wednesday. All right, so those of you who are interested, I probably talk something on gold. I am in the very, very, very short term, a little bit bearish on gold. It may go drop another maybe $10 or so. But if it's around 1730, 1740, thereabouts, I think you can buy and you can hold. Okay, you probably get $100 upside on the gold. Okay. Any questions? I stop here again. Always stop so that people can breathe a little bit and see whether they have questions to ask. No? Okay. If you all have deep pockets, okay, you can actually buy gold. Deep pockets meaning I know you know how gold trades are, huh? If you do a normal gold, one lot is 100 ounces. Okay, one normal lot. 100 ounces, 100 ounces of gold can be quite hefty for some of you. Because 100 ounces means gold drop $10. Okay, you take 10 multiplied by 100, which is $1,000 US. You lose. Gold drop $20, you lose $2,000. So again, depending on how deep your pockets are. If I were to do gold, maybe I just do 2 lots. Okay, the fella dropped $30, down $6,000. All right. As a dealer, when I was Bankers Trust in the 1980s, we used to do gold, and I used to buy or sell 10,000, sorry, not 10, 1,000, 2,000 ounces, sometimes 3,000 ounces. All right, because we are dealers, we are supposed to make money. All right. So when the gold moves, sometimes, $10, $20, or we can make, on those 30, 40, $50,000 profit. Okay, so once in a while I will trade gold, not all the time. Right? I do not like to be in a position where I spread myself too thin. All right. If you know the proverbs, I don't want to be, jack of all trades, master of none. I prefer to be master of maybe foreign exchange, Aussie, Kiwi, sterling, than to know about crypto, than to know about futures, than to know about gold. That one, I need to know something because it moves. When it moves, I also need to know. But I'm not really into it, if you have to put it. But I follow gold, all right? And it's very, very simple, okay? Most of the time, they go inverse, all right? When gold goes up, dollar goes down. When dollar goes up, gold goes down. That's it, most of the time. But sometimes, once in a while, they go together. Okay? All right, now, currencies in focus. Okay, the positioning on the US dollar still appears to be on the long side. That's why I think I told you guys. So there's potential for it to correct, especially on month-end flows. So we remain buyers, okay, in Aussie dollars. If we can dip towards 72, 20, 25, 30, around there, you can buy New Zealand on dips towards 69, 75, 80, thereabouts, or euro dollar dips towards 1.1690, 95, around there. Euro dollar a bit dicey, but I still don't mind it because of German elections. All right, today the German people vote for a new chancellor. All right, there is a so-called a favorite. His name is called Olaf, O-L-A-F, Olaf Scholz. He is supposed to be the SPD, candidate is supposed to be the winner. But again, if he wins, his party is not a clear winner. They have to go and negotiate with a few other parties to form the next government. And that will take weeks or months. Okay? So Euro will be very, very choppy. I think a little bit upside first, and then you take a profit and run after that and see whether the negotiations are good or bad. Right? But normally I think Europe's quite okay. Right? So New Zealand, when people who know me will know where I am standing on New Zealand. I still like to buy dips because 1 week from this coming Wednesday, all right, that means October 6th, the RBNZ will meet to decide on interest rates. And unless the COVID cases shoot up in New Zealand a lot, it's not going to stop the RBNZ from lowering, from hiking rates. They will hike. But the market now say, oh, they will hike 25 basis points. That means 0.25%. 0.25% is a done deal. What if it goes 50 basis points, which is 0.5%? The New Zealand will fly. All right. So I like New Zealand. If I have to do a deal, I will buy New Zealand against Aussie. I mean, I buy New Zealand, I sell Aussie. Or you're gonna put it in the foreign exchange cost kind of a convention, sell Aussie Kiwi. All right. So that's the currencies in focus. Any questions? Still don't have. Yeah, never mind. Towards the end, you can still ask, okay? I'm not going to run away. Now, I always have to say this because it's very important, right? I don't know whether it's important for some of you or not. How is your trading? Okay, those who are currently trading FX and you feel that your performance is not up to where you want it to be, or you don't have enough time to monitor the market, you can join the SCCI Market Tips Chat Group, where you will get daily trading views with entry, exit, stop loss, and take profit levels. Okay, in addition to that, you will also be in a group of active FX investors. You have to learn from them, and they will also learn from you. And that way, you will sharpen your trading skills. Okay? Like I said earlier on, remember I told you, I don't charge very much, man. All right, the fee for joining this chat group is $130 per annum, my friend, per annum, not per month, which means 36 cents a day. Really, if you cannot afford 36 cents a day to spend to get news or to get trading views or to get to be in a group, you ought not to be trading in foreign exchange. I mean, really, I'm very frank to you. All right. I will repeat again this one later on. I used to pay $150 US a month. All right, 150 US a month, not a year. And now I only charge people 130 Sing a year. So really, I mean, I'm very straight. I tell you as it is. If you cannot afford 36 cents a day to be in this chat group, then you ought not to be trading. Not that I want you to join, but it is a very good group, right? But you say, wow, 130 a year. Really, I mean, foreign exchange is very, very high, what you call that, profit and high losses if you are not careful, all right? So if you want to join, please contact me, 9452-1922, if you are interested, all right? And before I end off this session, after trading for 3.5 decades, I believe that the key to longevity is to have good risk management in place. What is that? It means you can make good profits, but the key is, can you keep those profits instead of giving them back to the market? That is called risk management. make your money, you keep your money. Of course, you do give back some when you do losses, but you must make more and leave and give less. That's where you stay in the game for longer time. All right. And how do you do that? The next segment of the session, I will share with you. So I will end this session here and continue with the next session, which is also a very, to me, a very important section for some of you who are new. All right. Okay. I always ask people, why a high percentage of bank dealers make money? Why a high percentage of retail FX investors lose money? Very, very simple. The FX investors, the retail, lose money. Why? Because they are not trained very, very well. All right? They are not trained very, very well. They are either trained in one, which is fundamentals, or they're trained in another, which is technicals. Very few get trained both. So if you use one method, already half the battle lost. So normally people don't last long. If you just use chart and chart and chart and chart, you do not last very long. I can challenge any of you, right, in this platform. I'm not joking. You will find me somebody who uses charts and has lasted more than 5 years. Very hard to find. There is, or there are, but very hard to find them. Most of them will die by then. All right. Those who use fundamental analysis mixed with technical analysis, you can go and find them, of course. One is talking to you right now. Okay, I can bring in another 5 more, 10 more, 20 more. Because why? They were all ex-dealers, and they have been trading then, still trading now, because they use both. If you use one and you think that you can use your technical analysis and survive, like I said, I'm very, very candid, man. You will not survive. You will not make it, because the market is going to eat you up one day. You read your technicals one day, your technical is going to be wrong 10 times in a row, and you're gone with it. Okay, so that's my view, lah. I could be wrong. So how you will say how? How to last? Okay, after teaching and training the central bankers for so many years, last year I decided to bring this to the public by the skill futures forex trading, hedging, and risk management course. Okay, many have attended, but again, some still don't want to attend. I don't know why, and I mean, not that I very blunt, not that I really care. People want to attend, they do, and then they don't attend. That's the problem, because I always like to teach people skills, and if they don't want to learn something, then it's fine. All right. Because I always tell people, this skill you learn is not you paying it, it's the government paying you through your skill futures credits. All right, you can just claim from the credits all the fees, $500, and you learn a new skill, how to trade. All right, so I'm bringing it to the via skill futures. So if you want to learn, I am looking forward to training you, all right, to be a profitable retail FX investor or FX hedger. Okay, what is an FX hedger? You will learn that during the course. A hedger is someone who protects their exposure. So if you own a company or you invest somewhere, let's say you're quite wealthy and you invest in New York, US stocks. Of course, when you invest in New York, US stocks, you have US dollar exposure. All right, because when you buy the stocks, you need to sell Sing to buy US. But the problem is sometimes when you want to take profit on your US stocks, you want to change back to Sing, US against Sing may have dropped 5%, 6%, eat up your profits. So how to hedge those exposure? All right, or you have a company that sells to UK, sells to Australia, you will receive pounds, you will receive Aussie dollars. How to go about hedging those receivables? All right, because when you get the pounds, when you get the Aussie, if you do not do anything about it, you may lose 2%, 3%, 4%. I don't know. It depends on the market. Okay. I can share with you. One guy, about I would say 10, 11, 12 years ago, he had some Aussie exposure. All right. He was long Aussie. Put it in a bank account, about 1 to 2 million Aussie. I told him, hey, better sell Aussie, because Aussie can drop anytime. And he did not want to sell. Overnight, the Aussie, I'm not joking. You go and check our charts, okay? Those of you who have shot, I think 2009, 2010, around that time. The Aussie dropped 20% in one day. One day, so it's 1 million drop. He lost by about 220,000, 250,000. One day. Why? Because they want to hedge. If he had hedged, no problems. All right. He would have taken profit in his position and kept his normal Aussie dollars. Okay, that's what you will learn also during the course. Like I say, I like to teach. So when I teach, I teach with a passion. I make sure that everybody learns. Okay, now, after attending this course, you will have acquired a new skill, which of course how to trade foreign exchange and other asset classes. And you'll be part of the chat group. I will put you in a chat group. This chat group is different from the SCCI chat group. Okay, SCCI chat group is because you pay for it, you'll get more things, of course. All right, every day you get some things. But by learning this course, you'll also be put in a chat group so that when so-called data comes out and you want to analyze the data, you will ask me, hey, what is with this data? Is it good or bad for the currency? I will go through with you on that part. All right. So again, please do not hesitate to call me 9452-1922, right? For more information on registering for the course, or you can scan the QR code to register. Later on, I'll show you the QR code. All right, so 9452-1922 if you want to register. Okay, and this is for Singaporeans. If you're 25 years and older, you will have Skill Futures credit. Okay. Of course, some of you have used it for something else. So whatever balance you can still use. Let's say you use 250, you have 250, you claim 250, you pay 250. Okay, you can still do that. Of course, some of you who are like, I think the 40 to 55-year-old, you will have more, okay? I think like 1,500 or something like that. All right, so you can use that as well. Okay, after you've finished the course, all right, you'll get lifetime access to me. All right, I will talk to you through my mobile, to the WhatsApp, and there will be regular updates on the currency movements based on macroeconomics, based on charts with a group, okay, of learners. Again, this is a Skill Futures WhatsApp group where you learn from each other, but again different from the SCCI Market Tips group where you get daily updates, daily trading views for you to take positions. Okay. Now, this one I did not change. No time to change. Of course, I have time now. Not say you only one work one. It was supposed to be 23rd October, but you know, over the last 2 days, the government changed its stance. All right, on the because of the COVID, so we will have like a mini lockdown, so-called, until 24th of October. So that's why the 23rd October course will be changed to the 30th October. Okay. So when you do that, you will receive 3 complimentary content pack intensive ebooks. Okay, one is called Maximizing Profits and Minimizing Losses in FX Trading. This is risk management and money management notes. Introductory guides to FX markets and trading is fundamental analysis. And the last one, becoming a trading master book is charting. All right, so you have 3. All right, attending this course. I always tell people, very few courses gives you so much. They probably teach you, charge you 2K, 3K, 5K, up to 5K, and give you a little thing and say, okay, this is it. You go and do yourself and see what happens. This one I can share. I can actually knock these fellas down because it has happened. So I'm not putting anybody there now. There's these 2 fellas called, one guy is called Clement Chiang. Okay, he used to do options trading, options training. And he trained his participants. This is real. I think he charged them like 3,000 to 5,000 Sing. And they come. It's amazing, this guy's marketing skills, okay? Maybe I should learn from him. No, that's okay. He charged them 3,000 to 5,000, and sometimes you can get 50 or 100 in his class. So imagine, you get 50, you charge them 5,000, it's half, 250,000. And they come. Then you get, okay, you take this thumb drive. Or that time was not thumb drive, that time was like disc. You go and read, and then you listen, and then you trade. I'm not joking. This is real. If you think I'm bluffing, go and find through him, Clement Chiang. All the fellas who use his thing all lost money, lost pants, lost skirt, lost everything. Sue him. Of course, when they sue him, they cannot get him now because it's this thing called caveat emptor. Buyers beware. You buy, that's your problem. Of course, eventually MAS got a hold of him, banned him. He cannot do training anymore. But he already said, I made my money. I don't care. All right. So the word I don't care is very important. So when you go out for training, my dear friends, even if you don't attend my training, please be careful because many don't care. All right. Another one is called, this guy called Kishore. Same. But Kishore is not options. Kishore is foreign exchange. Same thing. He charged them like 2,000-3,000. They all come. Give them 1 or 2, little things. I don't know what he gave them. I actually asked one of my friends to go in to ask him questions on foreign exchange. And I'm not joking, he couldn't answer because he is not a foreign exchange person. He just professed to do foreign exchange, but he is not. So be very, very careful of all this out there. That's why I say I don't want to put anybody down because it's not nice. Who am I to go and say that they are whatever? But just asking you to be very, very careful when you go to attend those courses. All right. And the thing about Skill Futures course is it is government. So I cannot scam you guys. Even if I wanted to scam you guys, cannot scam. Okay, Skill Futures will not allow me. They will probably chop me into pieces. Okay. So the next course is not 23rd October, but 30th October. This, I give you 1 minute to, if you want to take a screenshot or take a photo of this QR code for you to register, you can. All right, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, but if you all miss this, you can still call me. I will still be around. Now, to repeat again, I always do this. Okay, somebody asked a question. How about weekdays? Mr. Lee, I know, I remember you from last week. I am trying to get a weekday course, okay? So don't worry. Once I get about 4 people, I will start. Now I have 3, I need 1 more. You can go and find 1 more for me, I will start, okay? Sometimes it's very hard to find weekdays, but I will start if I can get 1 more. I will keep you informed, I have your number, okay? So don't worry, Mr. Lee. I will keep you posted. Okay, Now, the course is a good refresher for those who are currently trading FX and who want a different perspective. I mean, I just did one last week, and there's a few people who were quite seasoned traders, and they tell me, hey, your course is a bit different. Of course, I've traded before, but now it teaches me a new dimension, a new thing I've not seen before, all right? And that's what you will get. I do not believe that even those of you who are trading, when you come to my course, you can tell me I've learned everything. No, there are things that you do not know, all right, that I can teach you. Of course, there are things that I can also learn from you that I do not know that you guys can teach me, all right? About, okay, one is this thing called an argument, okay? Maybe one of you may want to attack me on this one. Between pips and points, all right? Some people tell me, hey, sir, hey, Victor, some commissioners come up with Victor. Pips are, 1 pip is 10 points, no? That one I cannot understand, right? Because in my whole life, teaching for 37 years, I've always known that 1 point is 1 point, 0.0001. So the guy tell me, no, 0.001 is 1 pip. 0.0015 is 15 points. Wow, painted, all right? So eventually I found out, pips is price in percentage. So when your percentage of 100 is 1 point, all right? So there's 2 ways to talk about this, all right? So if you come and attend my call, I'll tell you, some of you still, wow, what is pips, what is point, and they are different, and then they'll argue with me, all right? I had 2 arguments on this one. Okay, now I believe that you have adequate knowledge in the technicalities of the FX market, but you still need some help. You can join the chat group. All right, I say there'll be daily calls, at least 1 call to buy or sell a certain currency with entry, exit, stop loss. Again, joining fee is $130 per annum, or else 36 cents a day. That means you accumulate this 36 cents 5 days, then you can go and buy 1 teh, okay? Teh tarik or teh alia or whatever. All right. But I want to build a strong community, all right, where all of us can be profitable. Testimonials and feedback from members. Okay, for someone new to this group, it's helped me in marrying the macro indicators with the trade strategies. Okay, with the trade strategies. This guy, just to share with you, he joined my course, traded for 4 months. He put in 10K deposit. 4 months later, he doubled that deposit to 20K. All right, so quite a good testimony, if you're going to call it. All right, so not bad. All right, so he's made quite some money. And this guy, the second one, the analysis of the economic indicator is great, and the overall result is good. This guy used to do only technicals. Now he does fundamental as well, and there's a few others in the group who used to do technicals but now use fundamentals, and they are finding, you know, it a bit more profitable. And last week, to be precise, last Thursday, I received another testimony from the group, right? And this person said, thanks, Victor, for sharing how you trade. Still a lot to learn from you. He started trading 7 weeks ago and made 50% of his starting capital. Okay, and then he shared this, which is very good. And I always remind them, all right? You say, you always remind us not to be greedy. That is the philosophy. You cannot be greedy. If you are greedy, you will not last long. Enough. I mean, you can make 10%, 5% a month. Hey, 5%, 10% a month is fantastic, no? And this person make 50% in 2 months, 7 weeks, which is 25% a month. All right. So there's some losses, there's some gains, but I believe if I train you guys enough and you attend the course and you attend the chat group, I believe many of you will be profitable if you stick to the risk management profile. Okay, so therefore I hope to see many of you soon to help you in the trading journey. And then I always put there, for starters, I can help you earn a $250 risk-free profit or risk-free money, all right, where you can actually kick off your trading career, if you want to put it this way. Hey, to get 250 and then you risk-free, it's not bad, no, okay, it's quite fun, okay. You have 250 to play with, all right. Of course, this will be revealed during the course itself, okay. Now, okay, I see that two of my followers in the chat group has left. They just left. They quite good. They always listen and then they leave towards the end. So any questions? I always leave about 10 minutes or 5 minutes for you to ask questions. All right. So don't forget, just in case you all missed earlier on, this is how you can contact me. Whether you're going to register for the course, whether you're going to join the chat group or whatnot, all right? But my encouragement is if you have traded or if you are thinking of